What's up guys, Xbox Tech Junkie back today with another video. Today's video, I'm going to be discussing the name of the Xbox Series X and all the other Xbox names because it seems ever since the Xbox One started throwing in extra letters, a lot of people have been confused. So this video is from people who are confused about, the origin of each Xbox name, including the Xbox, the 360, the One, the One S, the One X, and now the Series X. So let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so to start things off, we're going to start at the beginning with the original Xbox. Now, back when the original Xbox was being developed, it was being developed by a team that was known as the DirectX team. Now obviously they were building a console that they wanted to be stronger than PlayStation, to be one of the most wickedly powerful consoles out there at the time. And so basically, they called it the DirectX Box. Now, obviously that name wasn't really sticking well with a lot of people, or it was just a project name, because eventually they changed it over just to Xbox. And the reason they used the whole X, not just because of the DirectX team, is this is where that whole notion of there's no power greater than X slogan came for the Xbox. So that's pretty much in a nutshell how the original Xbox got its name. Next, Xbox 360. Now, one thing that Microsoft really wanted to show with the 360, it was not just a gaming console. It was a all-in-one media type device, except for, that ends up becoming the Xbox later down the road. This one was the all-around entertainment device with you at the center of it. That's why it was called the Xbox 360. Then we have the Xbox One. Now this one really started confusing people because, Xbox 360, Xbox One. And so a lot of people think it's called Xbox One just because of calling it just the number one. Not necessarily. The reason it's called One is, like I said, it was the all-in-one entertainment system. If you ever watched the reveal from the original Xbox event in 2013, Don Mattrick keeps using the word one. It's the all-in-one device, your all-in-one entertainment system, the all-in-one this, the all-in-one that. And then obviously he reveals it as Xbox One because it is your everything that you could want, TVs, music, video games, all in one device. Then we have the Xbox One S. Now, the only difference between that is the S stands for slim because it was 40% smaller, quieter, it got rid of the bulk or the power brick, and it was just a slimmer device. Then was the Xbox One X. Now, here's where a lot of people got confused because they had no idea why they threw the X in there. Like I said, with the original Xbox, the team worked off the notion that there's no power greater than X. Phil Spencer and Xbox wanted to make a statement with the One X by saying that there is no console, not PC, not device, but no gaming console more powerful than the Xbox One X. So this is why they threw in that X, because there's nothing more powerful than it, and they're basing off the original Xbox as, there's no power greater than X. Now we come to today with the Xbox Series X. Now, with this name, I'm not entirely sure why they named it that. I kind of have an idea, and I'm just going to be explaining my thoughts for it. So, I don't believe the series part is necessarily part of the name, so to speak. Obviously, it's going to be known as the Xbox Series X on the box and all the marketing and commercials. But the reason I think they named it the Series X is because when you hear the word series, you think of multiple devices. So essentially, let's say 4 years from now, we have 3 types of Xboxes. There's going to be the Series X, and like I said, the X has no power greater than it in terms of Xbox now, because even Microsoft has said this is the most powerful Xbox. They're no longer saying the most powerful console because, they don't know what PlayStation 5 is going to do with theirs. They don't know what Nintendo could do in a year or two. So basically right now they're just settling down saying that this is the most powerful Xbox out there. And that's why it's called the Series X. Now, if they release a much more weaker and or smaller model, they call it the Xbox Series S for, slimmer, but yet less powerful. It's not as powerful or greater than the X. Wow, we are getting to some mathematics. With that, though, that also could mean if there's an all-digital system, they can name it something like the Xbox Series A for all digital, or D for digital, or Xbox A DE, which would be very confusing for a lot of people. I would just stick with one letter. So in reality, I think that these consoles would be just known as the Xbox, which one do you have? Oh, I got the Series X. Oh, cool, I'm on the Series, S. Similar to like with iPhones. If you have the iPhone, which one do you have? Oh, I got the 11. Oh, cool, what do we got? I got the 11 Pro Max. It just kind of differentiates which console that you have. And so a lot of people seem really confused by that, and I just want to explain it a little bit better, just saying that they're only naming it the series letter because of which console you have. If you have, the most powerful console, you're on the Series X. If you have the all digital console, you're on the Series A. If you have just the base model where it's weaker but still good, but not greater than the X, but not digital, you're on the Xbox Series S or B or whatever they end up naming it. So I hope that kind of clears things up for the names, and especially with the Series X. I know a lot of people are hating it and thinking like Microsoft does not know how to name it, but Phil Spencer even said that they know how to name their consoles. They name it based off what they believe their console can do, and that's where that letter comes into. If it's most powerful, they're going to throw an X. If it's all digital, they're going to throw in an A or an S or a D or whatever they end up throwing in there for it. But if you have any questions concerning it, or you're just still really confused and like me to clarify a little more as possible, let me know in the comment section below. I'm considering writing an article about this on my blog, but if I do, I'll end up throwing it in the link below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.